everyone, welcome to the computer class. Today we are going to continue chapter 8 methods. The objectives of my today's topic are you will learn constructors and packages. First, let us discuss some key terms. First key term is constructor. A constructor is a member function used to initialize the member data of a class to their initial values. Means in constructor we are going to initialize the variables. Number 2, parameterized constructor. A constructor having a list of arguments or parameters. Number 3, package. It is a collection of classes that are related to each other. Now let us discuss constructor in detail. Features of constructor. A constructor has the same name as that of the class. It cannot be called as the other functions. It does not have any return type, not even void. It may or may not take arguments. So now we are going to discuss the constructors with the help of a blue chart. First, I will show you a program related to default constructor. So, I am going to create a class named dconst, means default constructor. Now, double click on it. The class will be opened and here select it and type your program. Public class dconstruct. Then I'm going to declare the variables A and B, two variables, and now I'm going to create the constructor. Students, see, I have written dconst. It has the same name as that of the class name. Number 1, so constructor has the same name. Next, I am going to initialize variables in it. Let's suppose A is equals to 5, B is equals to 8. And then I am going to close it. You can see that it does not have any data type, not even void. And it is only used to initialize the variables. So this is the purpose of constructor. And we have not to call it again and again. Let's see. Now I'm going to create another method, void display. And here in this method I'm going to display the values of A and B. Plus P. In this way I am going to write and then I will press this. Here I will give the space so as to differentiate. And now I have finished with my function. Close it and close the main bracket. Now I am going to compile it. Class compiled. Minimize it. Right click on it, create an object, click on OK, right click on it and click on display. You can see the value of A is 5 and the value of B is 8 because it has been initialized by default. We have not passed any other value. So this is the example of default constructor. Now we will do an example of parameterized constructor. So I'm going to create a class named PCONST. Double click on the class. type the coding public class PCONST. Now here I will again declare two variables int a comma b. Then I'm going to make a constructor pconst having the parameters inside it because it is a parameterized constructor's example. Int x, int y. Now what I will do, I will initialize class variables equals to these local variables equals to y. Close it. Now this is an example of parameterized constructor. Now I will display my data, void display the values of a and b. System.out.println. Then I will type the value of a is plus say the value of b is here double quotes plus b, and then I will close it. Here this is my program. See, here I have passed the two parameters and then I'm going to compile it. Class compiled. Now minimize it. Right click over here. Now in parameterized constructor, they are going to ask the value from the user. New pconst, and here I am going to pass the values. Let it be 6, 8. And then I will click on OK. Now right click on this object and click on void display. Students, you can notice over here that the constructor is not visible. It is called by default. Now only methods are visible and we can call methods with the help of object. So I'm going to click on void display. And the answer is the value of a is 6 and the value of b is 8. So this is the example of parameterized constructors in which I pass the values to the variables. In general, the member data are initialized to null. The null value for various data types are: for int it's 0, for double it's 0.0, for char it is a white space between single quotes, and for string it is a white space between double quotes. Now come to page number 195 of your books. Difference between constructor and method. Normal method, it has to be invoked for execution, just as we had done. We have invoked it with the help of an object. Constructor, it gets automatically executed when an object is created of that class. Number 2, normal method contains a block of code having an aim, means it is used to do some logical or mathematical task. Whereas constructor, it is used to assign member data to their initial value. Normal method has some return type, but constructor has no return type. Normal method has a name other than the class name, but constructor shares the same name as that of the class. Normal method can have any access specifier, but constructor can have only public access specifier. So these are the point of differences between constructor and method. Next topic is different types of packages and their uses. Library classes java.io. It contains input-output functions like buffer reader, input stream reader. Java.lang contains functions for character and string operations. Students, this java.lang is the basic language functionality and fundamental types. Number 3, java.awt. It contains functions for window interface. Actually, it gives you the basic hierarchy of packages for GUI components. Java.util contains function to develop utility programs. It is also the collection of data structure classes, just as you import util package when you are using scanner class. Next, java.applet. It is used for creating applets. Java.net to provide communication on the network. It includes networking operations, sockets, DNS lookups, everything related to a network. Java.math. It is used to perform the various mathematical calculations like square root, POW, and many more. It also provides some multi-precision arithmetic. Many more packages are there like javax.swing, java.nio. So students, today we have learned about the constructors and packages. Do practice the related programs on UG. Thank you.